Hey, it's Michael Saul, but everybody calls me Tiny. This video is Bitcoin Futures Part 2, the stock market ready to pop, plus a stock to watch this week. This is stock market analysis for the week of December 18th, 2017. If you would like to receive intra-week updates from me, all you have to do is go to www.attackthemarkets.com. Put in your first name and best email address, click the Sign Me Up button, go to the email you used, look for an email from me with a link in it, click that link, and you will be confirmed. That means you will start receiving emails from me on an intra-week basis. I don't even know what that means. A couple times a week, maybe. Sometimes I don't even update intra-week. Sometimes I just do one, whatever, in between these videos. All right, I'm going to make tonight's video or this week's video short and sweet because there's not much to say about the market other than what the title says, right? Which is that we're ready to pop. But first, let's talk about Bitcoin with the CME futures. I don't even know if they started trading or not. I'm recording this late on Sunday night, 10:43. Again, I don't care. I'll read the headlines. I'll read what's going on. I am not looking to participate in these until at least next year, at the beginning of next year, okay? Sometime next year, I will probably be looking to dip my toe in, but I still think there are a lot of uncertainties here. I read an article today. It's on Business Insider. If you would like to read it about how the lack of liquidity in Bitcoin could spell for a lot of problems if everybody decides to sell at once. Well, duh, right? I mean, it's not, I'm not saying it's not a good article, but it's also nothing that is shocking. I am not calling for a Bitcoin crash. I do think that Bitcoin is overheated, overextended, and that it is due for a correction or a pullback. However, I'm not calling a short on Bitcoin here or anything like that. I do think eventually it will wipe out a great number of people more than anything previously because of things like Facebook and Twitter and social media, and everybody's an expert, and that just spells doom, okay? When the whole crowd is on one side of the seesaw, usually does not end well, all right? And now more than ever with how fast news and information is traveling, it's just setting up for a potential disaster, and I think it's going to wipe out a lot of people. Remember, doesn't need to crash to do that. Okay, a lot of people getting in at the end of the move and then just a 30, 40, 50% correction, which I guess technically is a crash, but crash usually means that it happens quickly. It happens boom, right away. Even if it just starts seeping down, maybe it loses 10%, 15% quick, and then it just continues to seep down. I mean, people buying on margin, people maxing out their credit cards in order to participate, people mortgaging their houses, and sure, it's happened before, but now more than ever, there's such a craze and a mania here. That's why I think it's the most dangerous. I think it is absolutely ludicrous to believe that the government won't eventually at least attempt to regulate the cryptocurrency market, meaning that if somebody wants to do business with somebody in the United States, they're going to have to fall under the regulations. That's what people don't understand. Okay, happened with Forex. No, Forex is currencies. You're just exchanging one currency for the other. I can't regulate that. No, that's already been regulated. It's the price. It's okay. And then all of a sudden, boom, there's leverage involved. And then the next thing you know, NFA comes in. Okay, so I don't know who's going to regulate the cryptocurrencies. I don't know, maybe they'll introduce a whole new legislative body in order to do that. Okay, I don't know, but to think that the U.S. is not going to get involved in regulating this for at least U.S. citizens, okay, it's just silly. Come on. Of course they're going to get involved. Another thing, I had a lot of great conversations the past week. You know, the thing about cryptocurrency is they can't tax it. What do you mean they can't tax it? Okay? I'm going to say this again. It is called income tax, not currency tax. Okay? If I buy a sweater for $100 and sell it for $500, I owe tax on that $400. Now, granted, you're going to sit there and say, well, wait a minute, but if I bought a sweater for $100 and sold it on eBay for $100, I just wouldn't report it. No, yeah, you're right. You're going to get away with it more than likely on something like that. But on something like cryptocurrencies where you've made, for example, a lot of money, yeah, it's going to happen. Okay, there are stories. I'm going to tell you one quick story. I know I'm already 5.5 minutes into a video that's not supposed to be that long, right? But here's a story. A while ago, I don't know when they started reporting it, but whatever it was, some time ago, options income was not reported. You were on your own to report your gains and losses. So if you lost trading options, you of course reported it to go against your stock gains or to carry over the loss or whatever it is. But if you made money with options, you mysteriously did not report the income. Well, I heard a story of someone that I knew who got audited, and they went back to all the broker accounts they had, and they found out that they had not been reporting their options income for the previous 3 years. So they said, what's this? And the excuse was, oh, I didn't know. I thought it was covered in my other 1099. They said, yeah, okay, but you owe this. They whacked them for penalties and interest. They hired a lawyer to negotiate it down, and the IRS said, no, you're lucky you're not in jail. This is tax evasion. Okay, now, I supposedly it worked out, and they went into payments and got a reduction off the penalties, whatever it is. They still had to pay the taxes on it, okay? And it's still to think that you're not going to ever have to pay money on income because because cryptocurrencies are unregulated. It's just there's no other word to describe it other than naive, right? Maybe you could say stupid, but I don't know if that word is applicable. But naive is the perfect word for that, okay? It's going to catch up to you eventually, whether the dealer is going to eventually report, or whatever they're called, broker, dealer, whatever they're called, is going to eventually have to report it, or whatever's going to happen. The government is not going to let this go, and don't think it is not front and center on their agenda with all how much Bitcoin's worth and how much it's up and all the millionaires making money. I don't think it's not on their agenda. The government, one thing the government wants is their money. Okay? So again, is this all railing against trading Bitcoin? No. I'm just saying be smart about it. Don't think it's whatever I make is mine to keep. Don't think it's never going down again. It has to go up. Okay, there's no such thing as has to. My opinion, it's going to wipe out a lot of people in the end. Whether it's the tax liability that's unaccounted for, whether it's the credit card debt that people are mounting, or the second mortgage on the house. And remember, Bitcoin doesn't have to go to zero to hurt people, okay? Take a 30% haircut and see what that does to your home equity line or to your credit card or something like a 30, 40%, 50% if it halves, whatever it does. All right, so let's move on. The market. S&P outside of its little coil here, it is set up, in my opinion, to pop again. If you have been watching my videos, you know my opinion. Now, you know my opinion on Bitcoin too, but you know my opinion. I believe the market is going to go higher into the end of year. I was looking for a pullback. We didn't get one. Instead, we broke out of the coil here. Here's the Dow. Okay, the Dow coiled up, looking like the same thing. Look, it's like it's going to go here. Here's the Russell is lagging a bit, but it's also winding up. See if that's going to pop. Here are the Qs. New highs. Lagging a little last week. Popped up to the new highs. So NASDAQ is strong. Here's the mid caps. Looks like the Russell. Semiconductors. I'm going to go through just the indices. The sectors really quick. Semiconductors need to get off their butt here. They're still below the 50 and the 20. Possible high or low. Let's see if it can move out higher. Here's the banks. Yeah, the banks are churning up at the high. There's not a short signal there. Here's the brokers. The same deal. Here's biotech. Whoops. Here's biotech. Sorry about that. Okay, eventually I'll get there. There's biotech. All right, so still just consolidating here. Possible head and shoulders, or in the spirit of a head and shoulders, but it's nothing super strong there. How about bonds? Yeah, bonds, still looking for bonds to wake up. Maybe this is a big consolidation before it decides to push. Here is the USO, okay, the oil index, coiled up here inside the bigger range, waiting for it to tip its hand. Here's gold. Okay, so gold is did get a little bit of a bounce, but if it loses this, watch for a retest of these lows down at 114. Here are the gold miners. Here, still under 24. My friend Mike Swanson says people are not interested in the gold miners until they get over 24. So nothing to watch here. Let's look at some of the glamour stocks. The Amazon coil, the Amazon. We'll use the on everything today, okay? So the Amazon is in a nice coil. See if this can pop up, close the year above 1,200, maybe even above 1,300. See what it can do. The Alphabet, a.k.a. the Google. All right. Yep, looks nice. I mean, nothing strong here that's saying, okay, this is a pattern I want to lean into, but doesn't look like a short here. Looks like it's consolidating and may want to lift. The Apple. Okay, so here's Apple consolidating. Also looks like it wants to move higher here. All right, let's see what we're going to do here. See if it could pop out of this. The Netflix, yeah, I mean, not exactly a buy signal, but it is kind of congesting this last push up. The Facebook, again, consolidating right here. Another one that you want to watch to see if it can pop out of this or not. See, maybe Facebook can head to 200 here into the end of the year. I mean, we'll see. Here's Caterpillar, right shy of 150. What a monster this one has been. John Deere consolidating. 155 is the next level up there. Goldman Sachs. So Goldman Sachs pushed off of 260, but see if it could consolidate and try to move higher as well. Stock to watch this week is CAE Inc. I don't know how it's pronounced, so I'm just going to call it CAE Inc. Nice move off the lows down here, February of 2016, when it was between 9 and 10. It's double from there. It's not a big mover. It's not a big glamour stock. It's in aerospace and defense. But if it could break out here, this may have a nice move to 20. I got some emails asking me about January effect stocks. I don't know if I'm putting a list together yet, but if I do, I will let you know this week. There will be a nominal investment for it. I do January effect stocks a little bit different. Not only do I look at laggards, but I also look at stocks that are set up for some really nice window dressing pushes. Some nice stocks in some nice patterns that are looking to go. If you're trading even a small portfolio, not looking to make the fee. Last year I only did it for private clients, but this year I'm looking for just a nominal investment. And if you're trading, you'll obviously decide if it's worth it, but not looking to gouge anybody with that. It's just a lot of work, a lot of research. I will do a complete video on it. And I'll let you know if I decide to do that. So if I get more feedback that people want it, then that's what I'm going to do. Otherwise, I'll just keep it to my private coaching clients. All right, that's it. Questions, tiny@attackthemarkets.com. I will do an early video next week. It won't be Sunday night because, of course, Christmas is next Monday. So have a great week. Any questions, let me know. Give a thumbs up to this video if you like it. Leave some comments below. You agree, disagree with my Bitcoin analysis, that's fine. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I respect it. Just be respectful, and you'll get the respect back, okay? That's it. Have a great trading week. Sign up for the list if you want intra-week updates. Have a great week.